Today I'm celebrating Mad Hatter Day. So the Mad Hatter is a fictional character that comes from the story of Alice in Wonderland, a story that has captured the imagination of millions. I actually was lucky enough to spend quite a bit of time in the actual gardens where Lewis Carroll had the experience that led to the writing of that book. And it's some gardens in a town or city called Brighton, which is synonymous with being a party town and for experimentation in all sorts of ways. And it seems very likely that Lewis Carroll's uh, crazy story of the Mad Hatter's Tea Party and falling down the rabbit hole, which is a phrase that we seem to use all the time in culture today, um, it has clearly marked itself onto the cultural life of the West, and it seems as though it was probably inspired by a psychedelic experience, or at least dreamlike experiences. The thought of being plunged into another realm where often things don't make sense could be very analogous to what it is just to being born, let alone going off into some kind of mystical adventure, which is the way I perceive life. So the Mad Hatter has become a key figure in that story and in our cultural story because he seems to represent that nonsensical part of who we are. Someone who is perhaps doggedly committed to, to drinking tea for whatever reason, and to celebrating for whatever reason, and to perfecting a style that seems to laugh at the serious gravity of life, reminding us that there is always something to poke fun at, no matter how seriously we take ourselves. So the Mad Hatter to me has great significance and is worthy of our celebration, because life may be very, very challenging and grim at times, and a lot of people experience a lot of dread, but that character of the Mad Hatter reminds us that there is something nonsensical, crazy, bizarre, irreverent, and beautiful ultimately about what it is to be alive. I've had friends that have taken Alice in Wonderland on tour and have rewritten it and it's a story that has been rewritten and reportrayed in so many different ways. It really has captured the imagination of so many people. I'm guessing it's because it's touched a nerve, it's touched a vein that really seems to resonate with people. And it's not my favourite of the Disney films. I've watched it with my children, the animation of the old animation of Alice in Wonderland, and there are times when it is perturbing. I even remember it from my own childhood and being terrified of the Queen of Hearts and mystified by the Cheshire Cat and Tweedledee and Tweedledum, these characters that are so profound and utterly bemusing for young minds. It's amazing that the book continues and the stories and the films continue to have such a profound hold on our imagination. So today, as a bit of fun, but as usual, hopefully with some depth and substance, I'm going to take a moment to celebrate Mad Hatter Day. Welcome a bit of nonsense into your life.